everyone, Nariagari here. Today I'm going to be watching the first episode of the second season of Tate no Yuusha no Nariagari. And yeah, the first season I did watch. I did react to back when it was first airing. And now after like 3 or so years, we have the second season. So I enjoyed the first season, so there's really no reason not to watch the second one. So let's just jump on in and continue the adventure of our beloved shield hero. Now, yeah, I mean, I assume if you're watching this, you watch my reaction to the first season, but my reaction format is mostly the same, except for I just literally only show the subtitles down there, as opposed to a chopped off section of anime episode. But yeah, so let's just jump in, see exactly what happens in the episode. 3, 2, 1, play. Is that a new character? I don't remember her. You're a shield hero you couldn't block a small child running into you. Should have put up your prison shield around you. Is that a penguin suit? That is straight up a penguin suit. I forgot that was a thing in the season 1. Yeah, I vaguely remember that now. Should watch Dragon Ball Z. That's where I learned about it. Yeah, as I'm watching this, some things are coming back to me about season 1. I remember the old lady now. Pretty much right after the laugh, it clicked in my head. Yeah, that's a green-haired girl. Whatever, Musa. That sounds dangerous. You don't have a special sacred weapon. I mean, it's a little harsh, but it's the reality. The waves get harder as they come, and you've had a few waves. Birds! Oh no! I think I saw a movie about this once. Grab a stick and swing it at them. Ah, there we go, our bird! Our lovable, fat, fluffy bird. Oh, how I've missed you. Spin kick. And there's Ravtalia. Slicey, slicey. Raccoon and a fat bird make quite the combo. I can't imagine you could run very quickly in a giant penguin suit. And they're probably not birds. Yeah, everything goes in the shield. Yeah, I forgot about that. It's bottomless pit of a shield. Familiar. So somebody summoned those? Yeah, I was about to say, that shouldn't be a thing yet. Somebody just trying to mess with us? That is definitely strange. Did something break? Something's definitely happening. Oh, that was cool. That was a really cool zoom in they did there. That's a good way to, like, in one instant, like, raise your hype level a little bit for the show, the new season. So not quite sure what it was, but it looked cool, which is the important thing. Awkward. So glad we don't have to take orders from the king anymore. He's a boss. He's probably the best at taking care of those stupid bats. Right. So yeah, she knows something. Spirit Tortoise Kingdom. That sounds amazing. That sounds less amazing. Similar, for sure. Well, I mean, it's still something heroic to do that would, I imagine, somewhat count as training. And the waves aren't here yet. But yeah, sure, just walk off. It's whatever. Yeah, call her by her proper name. I definitely did not miss you. But yeah, she's into a party that respects her now and treats her right. Because he doesn't understand how wonderful she is. Yeah, I really wish you would just stop trying to go to Itsuki. Probably. Yeah, she's not gonna understand that. So are we just gonna battle a giant tortoise this arc? That is definitely a problem. Yeah, we haven't seen much of Milty yet, have we? In this episode? definitely. I'll fight that tortoise for you, man. Don't even worry about it. I got this. Yeah, it's kind of like a sub-event, sub-quest. I'm not sure how Naofumi's gonna fight a giant turtle. Turtles are already specialized in defense, and Naofumi specializes in defense. Makes sense. Don't break anything, you two. We'll have to pay for it. Don't scare her. I mean, it's still good to have a sword with you, in case... Take sword, please. Just point it at the enemy and... stab. Yeah, he can't even do that much. He wishes he could have a sword as a backup weapon. But now that it's something he just gazes upon from afar, enviously. Okay, let's hear it. Even had a huh from the shopkeep. Are we in the slaver's place? Are we selling her as a slave? Because I vote against that. And if we do, you better give us a good deal. Wow, she really... Man, just... I don't think I've ever heard something like that said in such a lighthearted tone before. Like a cheerful, lighthearted tone. I mean, I got what you meant a few seconds afterwards, but just the initial saying it was... She's just full of things that could be misinterpreted today. Yeah, I know you're getting real excited, but Rishi is probably a little bit less excited to become a slave. And that was definitely the highlight of the episode so far. Okay, we got consent. As usual, slavery is the answer to all of Naofumi's problems. I did kind of miss this show. Yeah, that does think of it, that part. I mean, Rob Kelly had to go through this multiple times because it was erased temporarily. And there you go. Don't you feel much better? You're officially a slave now. For a second, I thought my player crashed or something when it went all black like that. Stop making noise, slave. Yeah, we have a decent amount of time left. Because this episode is definitely very much like a setup episode for the arc. So I don't expect too much to really happen, but just getting things rolling, which is fine. We're only literally in our case because we ride in a wagon. Oh, she was trying to catch the fish. I thought she was just giving it a hug. Careful. There's water there. Hopefully, we have a towel for her. Well, we got a fish. The fish definitely lost. Yeah, the whole slave crest thing really did make me kind of nostalgic for the early days of Raptalia. Before she became, so big and confident and all that. Which is a positive change, don't get me wrong, but I still miss the original Raptalia sometimes. Right. And then Ahoge's just going wild over there. She communicating? Well, yeah. Yeah, I guess her Ahoge counts as a beacon of communication with her. They translate Ahoge as little hair. Fair enough. Well, they're better than Cowlick, so I'll take it. It just looks so funny when it just wiggles like that. They communicate by wiggling their Ahoge at each other. Truly an advanced species. Well, fine, be that way. Oh yeah, she was really big on that, wasn't she? I forgot about that. She was like, "You guys gotta get along." And Nafumi's like, "I want to get along. They're the ones that don't cooperate." And she's like, "I don't care about your excuses. I'm just giving my demand, so do it." That's more or less how the back and forth went, as I remember it. It's always depressing seeing refugees. Yeah, most of the heroes don't care about you. They care about doing the mission they were assigned to, they get paid for, and getting back home. Is she gonna go and, well, she's going. Yeah, it's not a good idea. What about Iski? Like, I guess it's unreasonable for her to expect her to just completely forget about it and move on, but I wish she would. Relief, go weak to the knees. Yeah, that sounds familiar. Those turtle bats. This is episode 85. Yeah, he has leveled up a lot. And yeah, Spirit Tortoise familiar. That's a lot to defend against. Yeah, it is called the Shield Prison, yeah. Spider Strike! It's just a tackle, really. There's still just so many of them, though. It's kind of crazy. Well, sorry. I'll do better next time. I mean, yeah, Tornado is definitely a good move to use when the sky's like filled with a bunch of weak but numerous flying enemies. Yeah, I mean, the number's not going to decrease, I don't think. Oof. That's looking pretty dark and scary. Just don't lose it. It definitely looks really cool, though. You just the overall everything about the aesthetic of that attack just looks so dark and edgy. I kind of love it. It's not good for him, I don't think, but yeah, look at that freaking crater, jeez. I'm glad we're gonna see him like slide down it to really give us a feel for the scale of it. Yeah, she knows you best of anyone in this world, so. Hello. Did the shield give it away? Not what I thought she was gonna say. We're gonna end off on that, aren't we? Yeah, of course we are. The second I heard her say that, I knew we were gonna end off on that note. Ooh, that looks really fancy. The watery effects. Also, I think this is the opening, so I'm gonna just listen to it. So. The show's always had great openings, musically. Oh, is that a tortoise? Like his eye? Mostly marshmallows. Let's see, is he throwing paper at us? Yeah, that's definitely a tortoise. Bring it back. And there's definitely a lot of characters in here this opening. I love this show's opening so much. I get so into it. Footprints of the Spirit Tortoise. Okay. 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 Well, that was the first episode of the second season of Tate no Yuusha no Nariagari. And yeah, I mean, nothing too much really happened. Like I said, it was very much like a setup for the arc. Basically, kind of catching us up on the status of things. And introducing the next big baddie, which I guess is the Spirit Tortoise, which is kind of like a necessary side quest that's a little bit different than our main primary objective of dealing with the waves, but still very much important. A lot of people are suffering as a result of the spirit tortoise and all of the familiars that are just flying around and causing a real mess. But the other heroes didn't seem to be too concerned, really. The queen explains the situation. They're like, what does this have to do with the waves? Like, I'm pretty sure my paychecks don't say anything about tortoises. Like, if it's not part of a wave, it's not my problem. So, bye bye. And they just kind of walked off. That's how that scene went. But now Ifumi being the good boy, he's gonna help out as best he can. We also have our green hair girl, Rithia. I don't know. Her name was something like that. Yeah, she kind of was like a late addition to our group for the first season. And yeah, she clearly wants to be with Itsuki. I mean, she's not exactly subtle about that. And just seeing her wanting that so much and seeing Itsuki just push away like that, it hurts to watch. That's why I wish we would get past that. Like, I guess we had to have a little bit of that in the episode, but just the sooner we can get past that, the sooner she can feel happy with where she is, the better. And we did take steps towards that in the episode because Raphtalia had a great idea. She drags her over to that slaver's den and just excitedly says, oh, I actually want to see the exact line. I don't want to paraphrase and butcher it. Yeah, it's right here. Rishia-san, why don't you try becoming a slave? It's just the way she said it, I swear. That's really what did it for me. Like, because she starts out with a beaming smile before she even says the line. And then she turns over to her and says it. Yeah, just like, there's, it's not a sentence you would usually associate with a positiveness, but she says it with a smile with such an upbeat tone. Like, it's kind of surreal. I mean, I get it. Like, she is thinking of her and the overall situation, and she had experience as a slave, and becoming Naofumi's slave really worked out for her, bettered her life. So she has a slightly different perspective on the subject than the average person might. But it's just seeing her just so excited about it, pushing it on her, like, in a different context, that could be pretty messed up. But she does agree to it in the end, and we give her the slave crest, and it's all good. Naofumi's streak of having, a harem of slave girls as his party, it's continuing strong, so good to see. Because, I mean, that was one of the things that really distinguished this show amongst, like, isekai shows, is that his party was, started off as a slave girl because nobody would voluntarily go join his party because of general character assassination and all that. So he went the path that pretty much the only path he could go down, right? And basically things for him improved from there because he got a winner as his first slave, which is pretty good luck if you think about it. He has incredible luck with slaves because, the second one was like an egg that turned out to be a very special Fulolio, so he's had a pretty good track record with slaves so far, so why mess up a good thing is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, that's pretty much all there really is to say about the episode. Not a lot really happened. It was mostly the setup. They made sure to remind the audience that Lethia, whatever her name is, she is a character, and she probably will get a lot of character development throughout the season, because they definitely made sure to double down on calling her like weak and stuff. So a good chance for her to grow and become stronger, become more confident, and all that good stuff. I hope we do get to see that, because that's really what I want to see, and there's definitely potential for it. We also ended off with a random girl near the end that told him to kill her. I don't know if we've seen her before. I don't know who she is. Either way, I'm sure those questions will be answered next episode. And we got to see the opening as the ED as well. So, unfortunately, it did have the credits all over it, which kind of ruined it a little bit, but we should get to see it more properly in the next episode as the opening, I would imagine. But it is always nice to have a season 2 of a show that you enjoyed, and we did get that. So hopefully it's good. I've always been a little bit worried about potential sequels for Shield Hero, because we already had the payoff for the biggest conflict, which was the king and Malty doing everything they can to screw over Naofumi because they're terrible people, and Naofumi was able to deal with them, basically. That's kind of like something that I feel like the climax of the overall series, and it should have just ended after that, the overall show. It's that kind of event that has that kind of feeling to it, but the show keeps going, so I've always been worried that how would it really keep the audience engaged and interested in it once you get past what feels like the main goal. I mean, the main goal, I guess you could say, is defeating all the waves and not even getting back home. But like, even getting back home thing is a little bit up in the air because, as Ralph Talia kind of talked about, she doesn't really want him to leave or anything. So, and the waves, that's not something that Nafumi's really all that personally invested. He fights them because he's given the role of hero and he wants to help people. But as far as his own personal journey, struggle, conflict, villain, he took care of that with the king and Multi and all that, for the most part. So we'll see. We'll see how well the show keeps chugging along after that. But so yeah, that's all I really got to say on it. Good to have the show back either way, and hopefully it could be a pretty good season. So for now, bye bye.